From sticking with him through his brutal car accident recovery to possibly pulling a cash grab by suing him for $30 million. This is why Tiger Woods has been accused by his ex-girlfriend of sexual harassment. Let's start off with the timeline of Tiger and Erica Herman's relationship. Over the past few years, they've managed to keep their romance under wraps. But trust me, these two have gone through it all together. Whether it's been the highs or the lows, Erica has had Tiger's back. Let's rewind back to 2017, when their love first went public. Picture this. Tiger Woods strutting his stuff at the President's Cup, and who's by his side? You guessed it, Erica Herman makes her grand entrance, capturing everyone's attention. And here's the kicker. She wasn't just some random lady. Nope. She was the boss lady, the general manager at Tiger's restaurant in Florida. Fast forward a bit, and things start getting really interesting. In 2018, Tiger snags his first win at the Tour Championship. And guess who's there to celebrate with him? Erica swept in and gave Tiger a big ol' hug in front of all these cameras. Even during the Augusta National, she was standing right there beside Tiger's family, cheering him on. And remember when Tiger Woods had that gnarly car accident back in February 2021? His now ex-girlfriend was right there by his side, helping him get back on his feet. So the question is, where did it all go wrong? Well, Erica's finally breaking her silence and wants out of the NDA she signed with the golfer. Her attorneys filed a complaint seeking declaratory judgment, and according to the complaint, there's this trust controlled by Tiger that's trying to hush her with the NDA she signed. But here's the kicker. The complaint argues that this agreement should be tossed out under a federal law that says you can't enforce an NDA when there's sexual assault or harassment involved. Here's the deal, though. It also brings up the fact that Herman is feeling uncertain because of the aggressive use of the NDA. I know what you're thinking. Did they really sign an NDA during their relationship? Now, NDAs aren't news, especially for big shot athletes like TW. But here's where it gets all twisted. This NDA wasn't just your regular run-of-the-mill agreement. Oh no, it was this weird hybrid one that tied it to both their relationship and her job at Tiger's restaurant. It's got sports lawyers scratching their heads. But even though Erica can't say much at the moment, one thing's for sure. She's accusing Tiger of sexual harassment. According to Benjamin Hobus, who's representing Herman as her attorney, they're putting forward a simple claim. A boss getting all weird and imposing different work conditions on their employee just because they're in a relationship is, in fact, sexual harassment. It's like when your boss starts playing favorites, but in a way more inappropriate manner. But there's a whole story behind this, and it's crazier than you can imagine. When things started going sour between the two, Tiger apparently pulled off a shady move. Erica claims that he tricked her into leaving her own home, changed the locks, swiped her cash, pets, and personal stuff, and then tried to strong-arm her into signing a different NDA. Oh, talk about a roller coaster. The court document claims that last year, Tiger cooked up a sneaky scheme against Herman. He asked her to pack her bags for a weekend getaway to the Bahamas, which sounds dreamy, right? Well, it turned into a nightmare. Once they arrived at the airport, Tiger's lawyer popped up out of the blue and dropped a bombshell. He told Erica she wasn't going anywhere. She would never see Tiger again, and to top it off, she was locked out of her own, or I guess Tiger's house. She couldn't even see her own kids or pets. When the golf superstar's lawyers finally handed back Herman's personal belongings, things got really messy. They allegedly decided to keep $40,000 of Erica's cold, hard cash. Now, that's a serious chunk of change. Not only did they keep the money, but they also threw in some seriously nasty allegations about how she got her hands on it. She said they went all in and made some pretty awful defamatory claims about her. After putting all this out there, Erica says it's only fair to compensate her with $30 million. According to her, she had an oral agreement to stay put at Tiger's place for half a decade. She argues that getting locked out of the house was a total violation of their arrangement, and she's asking for more than $30 million to make up for it. Now, hold up a sec. Let's break this down. Back in October 2022, Erika decided to take legal action against a trust that owns Tiger's fancy residence. According to a sports lawyer, she's alleging some kind of long-term verbal lease that somehow makes her entitled to a massive payout. But the lawyer explained that typically tenant rights and compensation are protected by good old written agreements, right? But this situation ain't that. In this case, she isn't a tenant with those rights here. Nope. She's just his girlfriend, plain and simple. And unless she can pull out some official legal document with her name on it, she's apparently got no claim to Tiger's sweet digs. So it's looking tough for her, and people are wondering, was this all just foreshadowing of what she said about the relationship just a few years ago? Let me spill the beans on a crazy email exchange that went down between Erika and Tiger Woods' lawyer back in 2017. Erika said she had only one concern. If, by some crazy chance, TW does something that ends their relationship, is she going to lose her job automatically? At the time, she said she had no problem with the NDA itself because she wasn't planning on blabbing or using any insider info to hurt Tiger or the kids. But her whole future depended on Tiger back then, and she just wanted some control over her destiny in the biz. Like she said, and I quote, "What if something goes sour 5 or 10 years down the line?" It's almost like she had a crystal ball or something, because we're smack dab in that future she was talking about. Heartbroken and unemployed. Just like she feared. We don't know if she found another gig, but we do know she isn't working at Tiger Woods' restaurant anymore. But let's talk about the attorney's response in that email chain. They don't have a lot to say. Just that when you're getting into a relationship with someone who's asking you to sign a fancy NDA right off the bat, and that someone happens to be your coworker, well, things are bound to get tangled up. It's not exactly surprising, right? People were giving her the benefit of the doubt, saying that when you're diving headfirst into a relationship with a mega-rich superstar like Tiger Woods, you might overlook some warning signs. Maybe you're even more inclined to sign that NDA. But, truth be told, Tiger has more red flags than getting his girls to sign NDAs. He simply can't end his relationships without drama. Remember his first marriage with Elin Nordegren? And they seemed like a happy couple from the outside. But it turned out that Tiger had a huge habit of being unfaithful. Several women came forward claiming to have had affairs with him while he was still married to Elin. It was a messy situation, and the media had a field day with it. It was a big shock for the public because Tiger's whole thing was built on being a role model, a family man, and one of the greatest golfers of all time. As more and more women spoke up, it became clear that Tiger was leading a double life. Some of the women were waitresses, models, and even porn actresses. The scandal had a huge impact on Tiger's personal life and career, and Elin filed for divorce in 2010, putting an end to their marriage. Sponsors dropped Tiger left and right, and his reputation took a severe hit. He had to take a break from professional golf to focus on repairing his personal life and rebuilding his image. Golf fans said this was history repeating itself after all these years. But this time, there are mixed reactions to the whole thing. During the first incident, many women stepped forward, rallying behind the same claim. But this time around, we've only got Erika in the spotlight, and there's no way to verify any of these allegations. So, you know what golf fans are thinking? They're saying it's just a good old cash grab. Even Tiger's own lawyers chimed in on the action, making it clear that Tiger wasn't taking any of it lying down. In a court filing, Tiger is denying all claims of Erika's sexual assault. And according to Tiger's lawyers, there's not a single peep about sexual harassment or sexual assault in Erika's complaint. They're straight up saying that she's lying, and there wasn't any abuse involved. They went all out on Erika, calling her a jilted ex-girlfriend who's just itching to put on a show in the public courtroom instead of keeping things confidential in arbitration and honoring the NDA. Yep, they said all that. But we also have golf fans who, on the other hand, actually want to give Erica the chance to speak her truth. Because, like I said, this isn't the first time that Tiger's been involved in a messy relationship. So, from suing the golf superstar for $30 million based on harassment claims, to being together for half a decade and helping him with his car accident recovery. This was all about why Tiger Woods has been accused by his ex-girlfriend of sexual harassment.